Let's get it. Up, 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 up.
Oh yeah, we got some handprints.
Oh, I failed today. It's alright. We'll come back next time and get them. So yeah, I failed both my PR attempts and got slapped for absolutely nothing. I tried to go for a 500 deadlift, and I also was going to attempt a 315 bench, but I couldn't even get 305 that day, which sucks, because when I tried to deadlift, I pulled 450 off the ground and it came up super easy. And when I benched the prior week and I hit 300, so kind of sucks that I didn't get that. I'll probably attempt these lifts again in the future, but for now I'm not really too bothered about it. I don't really train for strength, so yeah, it is what it is. Hopefully in the future I'll be able to get those lifts, but yeah. Also, I showed these lifts. I just think it's really important, especially in the fitness industry, just to show that it's okay to fail. It's a huge part of lifting, and that you shouldn't really dwell on whether you hit your PRs constantly, especially once you start lifting an extreme amount of weight. So yeah, it is what it is, like I said. And with that being said, I just want to talk a little bit about this training session that's going on in the background. This is just a simple push day, nothing special. I started with an incline dumbbell bench, and for the past few months I've been able to lift with my friends, which is great because of progressive overload. It's something that if you're not doing already, well, you really need to focus on it if you want to make any sort of progress in the gym. But yeah, progressive overload, it's super important. When my friends were here, I was able to get assistance during most of my lifts anytime I started to struggle, which allowed me to train harder and make progress easier. So like, for example, when I'm benching, they could, if I get towards the end of my set, they could help by lifting the bar, so I can keep the set going. But now that I'm alone, I need to find other ways to get some sort of progressive overload, and there's many different ways, obviously, like increasing weight, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. But once you start lifting a lot heavier weights, progress that you make is much slower. So for example, anytime that like it's sped up, that's just me taking like 15-20 seconds of rest, and I'll explain that a little bit more in a second. But it's the speed up is me just sitting there resting for 15-20 seconds max. And the reason for this is my intended rep range is between 10 and 12 reps. And let's say the first set, my goal the first set is to get 12 reps relatively easily. It's still at the same weight. All sets are going to be at the same weight. But my goal is to get a set of 12 relatively easily. By the second set, I should still get 12 reps, but it's a bit more of a struggle to finish those last couple reps, but I should still get 12 reps. By set 3 and 4, I should be struggling, at least struggling to do 9-10 reps. And this is where progressive overload, like that part, cuts in. So let's say I get 9 reps, and you can see now I'm doing chest press, and like this goes for any sort of exercise, whatever. Let's say I get 9 reps. I'll take like 20 seconds of rest and then go right back into the set and finish those last 3 reps. So I'm not changing the weight. I'm still using the same weight throughout the whole entire set, which is more beneficial than dropping the weight and grabbing a lighter weight. And like I said, this is something I've been doing not for very long, just because I'm starting to lift by myself again, probably like a week or 2, and I've been enjoying it. And like I said, you can apply this to any exercise. If you've ever heard of like a cluster set, it's sort of like that principle, but not to the full extreme. Just because you're not doing multiple clusters back to back to back, you're just finishing that one set that you were trying to do, just so you can get all your reps, and continue to use that sort of a load, and provide more stress to the muscle. With that being said, that's kind of all I have to say with that. But my content's just going to be a little bit more different, just because I don't have my friends with me anymore. I'm going to be by myself a lot more, so I don't really have many people to help me film anymore, which is totally fine. But for the most part, all my footage is going to be filmed on a tripod like this, and I'll either put music to it or do some sort of voiceover thing like this. But I'm going to try my best to do some sort of like fun videos and stuff like that. I do have like some ideas that I've been thinking of, and I can't really do them because one of them takes a lot of time, and it's sort of like the transition video I did for my buddy, except it's just something along the lines of it takes a lot of time that I'm working on right now, as well as I have other ideas that are like time specific that I can't do right now because it's not that time. But yeah, that's kind of like what I have planned for right now. I've been doing videos since the beginning of the summer, and my goal is to post one video a week, and I've been successful at that, so I'm really proud of that. I have been doing Fridays 11 a.m., so I'm going to shoot for a video every Friday 11 a.m. But yeah, that's it for me. If you enjoyed this type of video, I'd appreciate it. Leave a like, subscribe, probably just put music to the rest of the video, and just this is the rest of my workout. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, I appreciate it, and yeah, thanks for watching.
Fuck the gym.